Hey, what's up, Zinks? How's it going, brother man? Well, I don't know why I'm still typing. I was gonna say, I guess filming selection is all the same no matter what. I guess filmmaking, no matter what medium, it's all so similar. What do we have? Oh, what? Bro, bro. Oh, this is sick. Oh. Oh man, I just saw it. Oh man, I love it. Look at that. That's so sick. Oh my god. Oh my, look at that. Look at the shoulder, the armbands and the what is it called? The forearm guards and the utility belt and the chest protection. Oh, look at that. The $9.5 million ninja. Oh, look at this. And underneath it's all leather. It's like a black leather. Oh, welcome back, Laura Teresa. Let's go. Then we have our little bro, Nyla. I'm. Oh, you missed today? Nah, dude, you're here. Tried my best to get it to match. Yeah, man. I like the visor. This visor, the eye protection right here. Man, that's nice. Oh man. Oh man. It's kind of like something that Blade would wear. Remember Blade? What cute dogs do you have? Oh, all my puppies are sleeping right now, but we can go check them out. You can go check out the puppies. Everybody's sleeping, but let's go look at them. Who wants to see puppies? John, John Tricliffe, let's go. All right, everybody get ready because we're gonna see some puppy action. Oh, look at this. What do we have here? What is this? We have Wishbone and absolutely, that's Domino. And then we have the little brother and sister. Oh man. Look at these puppies right here. Look at these puppies. Look at these babies. Oh man. Turns out this is a girl and this is a boy. We thought these were both boys, but they're not. It's a boy and a girl. Well, I'm gonna give her a little loogie. Not a loogie. What am I saying? A wet willy. Wet willy, wet willy, wet willy. Aren't they cute? And I think they're both ready for bed. Oh, look at them. Oh my goodness, my camera is so dirty. Okay, much better. So yeah, guys, look at how much weight they gained. They've been here for maybe 3 days, and look at how much weight they gained. We've been feeding them, but they're already tired, right, baby? With your little pink nose. Oh yeah. But anyways, I just show you guys all my puppies. Oh man. What is it? Hold on, buddy. Oh, what is it? Oh, you have a dog too? Nice. I need to know what's going on here, pal. We have a little scrape right here, and I think it's self-induced. I think he's been scratching it with something. Hold on, buddy. Don't move. Oh man, I've been putting antibiotics on it, and nothing's working. Oh, my baby, my baby. Domino. My two little puppies. I think they're ready for bed. Look at their big bellies. Big squishy bellies. Oh man. They're both ready for bed, aren't they? You guys are ready for bed, babies? Yeah, you are. Their name. So this is Jesse. This is Jesse, and this is James. So those are the official names. All right, guys. That's it for the puppies because they need to sleep. Oh man, but I still can't believe. I gotta look at the rest of the cast. What do we have here? We have Grinch, Moose, Ryder, and Griffin. Okay. The ultra nationalists. Let's go. Nico Kolinsky, ACTI member 3. Oh, what? Wow. And then Barnstormer. Oh, let's go. Who do we have here? The Serpa Black Ops. Oh, look at that. 2 mags, 2 pistol mags. Gas masks. Okay. Everybody has a radio. That's high speed. When everybody has a radio, you better be scared. That's not a good sign for you. Everybody having comm is a really bad combination. Like if everybody on a fire team has a radio, like you better go away. You don't wanna have a fight with these guys. Whoa! And then the U.S. military right here. Look at that. It's like Gen 5 and Gen 6. I think it's like Gen 6 scopes, and it's like Gen 7 for the night vision optics. Anyways, pretty cool stuff. I love it. I love it so much. You heard from Vicky tonight? Oh, not tonight. She's been commenting on everything so far, so I think she's okay. They gonna talk quick. Okay, nice. Well, I just wanted to see that. Look at that. I'm going over all the.
I found the remains of the
Okay, I gotta fix that. I've been going over my editing, and uh, not good. Not good. A lot of things I'm not happy with, but it's gotta do with what you got.
We can repair him. We have technological advancement. He will be more robust.
Oh, I gotta fix that. Okay, but I'm not gonna fix it until I have all the voice lines, because I'm still missing a lot of dialogue. Not a lot. I'm missing like, what is it, like 2 lines of dialogue that I'm missing? I think the one line I'm missing is uh like money ain't a thing or say less, something like that. That's what I'm missing. Money ain't a thing. That's the line that I'm missing from all of this. Okay. Anyways, how's everybody doing? Oh, guys, let me tell you one thing. Everything everything hit us all at once. All the cars broke down at the same time, and we were able to fix them. But dang, it's been a challenge. It's been a real challenge. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, it's been hot lately. It's been really hot. I can't believe it. I can't believe that the temperature has been unbearable. Just an unbearable weather. Man, oh man. Oh man. What was the like look at this. Look at this tan line. I have all of this is like bright and then there's just like super dark. I go from light to dark. Like it's been hot. Did you get that caliper fixed? Yeah, I was able to fix it today. I got it done, man. Woke up from a nap and I went and uh I did struggle with like bleeding the brakes, like bleeding the brake fluid because I don't know why I wasn't thinking. Eventually, I looked up a clever way of doing it, and I got it done. The heat wave from France is on its way to the U.S. If anyone hasn't cut on the news today, yeah, it seems that way. We should be getting an incredible heat wave coming up, man. And you know what happens when we get heat waves? We get hurricanes. We're gonna get some serious hurricanes. So we just gotta brace ourselves, you know? And you just never know who's gonna get hit. You just never know who's gonna get it. It's gonna come true. Oh, yeah, right. We just gotta every minute on the minute, someone's gonna knock on your door. Gunk, 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 gunk. Like, what is it? And someone's gonna come in and say, "Can I come in?" And I'm gonna be like, "No, no." You forgot. I live in the South Louisiana. Oh, that's right, John. You better be careful. You better be careful, John, because hurricane season is not kind. It's not kind to Louisiana. We know what happened last time. You know, I know it's a long running conspiracy, but I believe it. You know what happened in New Orleans? To this day, I maintain that it was intentional. They wanted a massive land grab, and they got it. They got it. I believe it. I was watching a documentary on a guy that lived through. Oh, let's go, Draco, Jake's. Hey, how's it going, Jake? Survived during Hurricane Ida. Oh man. Oh man. I think it was Katrina, if I'm not mistaken. Katrina is the one that devastated New Orleans. But for some reason, for some crazy reason, nobody thought about nobody thought about reinforcing the wall, even though it was like super messed up. Damn, Katrina was bad. Yeah, I remember that. I remember that Katrina nearly destroyed South Louisiana. Yeah, Yeah, it flooded Louisiana. I remember watching the news, and I remember there was the truck convoys. Remember that? People from all over the country were riding over to Louisiana with their trucks and bringing food. The National Guard got involved. They called everybody. It was horrifying. Like I think three people died in the stadium, the St. Louis. No, it wasn't the St. Louis. It was the Saints stadium. I think two people like just died of starvation, I think, and thirst. And let's go. I had a dream that my house was flying in a tornado and there was a hurricane, something like a Hurricane Ian, and I only survived. Oh man, did you end up in Kansas in the dream? I remember scientists tested a machine that could make artificial rain clouds. Then out of nowhere, everyone stopped talking about it as well. NASA, my theory is that if they weaponize it. No, yeah, no, 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 no. Zinx, you're onto something. You're onto something. It's called cloud seeding. It's a real thing. It was proven. It's real. Cloud seeding is a real thing. They used to say it was no, 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 it's not. It's not real. Oh, and Jake, I was just kidding, man. It's the plot for The Wizard of Oz. But yeah, Zinx, you were right, man. That's a real thing. There's a machine that makes clouds. It's called cloud seeding technology, and it does change the weather. It increases the amount of rain. For the longest time, they told people that they were crazy. Oh no, it's not real. You can't mess with the temperature or the weather. Lo and behold, lo and behold. Turns out we were right. I have a theory, even though I'm a believer, I can't get over this. What if instead of God making us, we made him? Oh man, I don't mess with that. I don't mess with that. I'm afraid of God. I'm gonna tell you this right now. I am afraid of God, and I mean it. Like I sincerely mean it. I'm not afraid of a lot of things. I will jump off a house. I will do anything. I will drive fast. I will do anything. But I am afraid of God. Katrina, well, when Katrina hit South Louisiana, I was living in North Louisiana. Oh wow! But it must have been scary. It must have because I mean, obviously the hurricane winds must have hit you really hard, John. You should be. Yeah, that's right, Jake. That's right. Imagine what his angels looked like. Oh man, I've seen pictures of all the like Azrael, um, all the different angels and what they actually look like according to biblical descriptions. And some of the angels are horrifying. They make demons scared, so I'm imagine they look pretty spooky. Yeah, and we can even look at pictures. Check this out. Look at this. Biblical angels. Like this, according to the Bible, this is what they look like. That right there. That's horrifying. POB and biblically accurate angels spawns in my room. Nah, be not afraid, me crying while saying okay. In process of making the hidden video going in second channel. Looks like local mods. Yeah, absolutely. But wouldn't this make like great um like enemies in movies? And they put a human for scale. Look at this. This is like a 6 foot tall human. And look at the size. Oh man. And that's not it. No, but they're the different types of angels. We have angels, we have archangels, principalities, powers, virtues, dominions, thrones, what is it? Cherubims and seraphim. Oh man. Either way, then I would hate to tangle with this guys right here. My goodness. Look at this. What is this? Well, what does it say? Excuse me? No, no, thank you. Why are biblically accurate depictions of angels a cluster of eyes and wings? The phrase biblically accurate angels refers to the descriptions of angels that can be found in the Bible, with, what is it? Which frequently diverge greatly from those seen in popular culture. The Bible describes angels in ways that are more ominous and abstract, like clusters of eyes and numerous wings, as opposed to the common image of a human-like entities with wings and halos. Many have questioned the justifications for the differences between the scriptural and popular depictions as a result of this mismatch. Okay, and here we have again seraphim, cherubim. What is it? Cherubim, cherubim. I don't know how to pronounce them. I can't read. We have thrones, powers, virtues, dominions, principalities, archangels, and angels. So all of this is very interesting. Anyways, I digress, guys. What were we talking about? Let's get back on topic. The process of making meals. Close my eyes, LML. Oh yeah. Look up the boiled one right now, faster. The boiled one. Oh man, I'm gonna look it up, but I'm not gonna show you guys because I feel like this is not cool for what we're doing. The boiled one. Oh, here we go. Oh dear Lord. Oh dear Lord. Oh my gosh. Here's one eating Doritos. Dang. Here's one with a badunkadunk. No, thank you. No, I'm not showing that to anybody. Yeah, I can't show you guys any of this. I cannot show this. This is nightmare fuel. Yeah. I'm gonna send you a video of a quick military story. All right, dude. Send it. Is it a military story? Ugh. The boiled one is taller than a house. Mm. I was choking on water. Oh dang, dude, you gotta be careful. Oh no, I'm in the wrong channel for this. Hold on. Switch accounts. I forgot to switch accounts. I'm on the wrong channel.
One of the last things I thought of when I walked into the recruiting office was how much the military likes to do things at night. Somehow we were always waking up very early and staying.
Are you taken? Yeah, I am very taken. Send in this. Hey Jake, show us start at 1849. Start at 1849. Well, let's hear the intro and then we'll skip to 1849.
Up very late. I never bothered to look up what the word reveille meant, but it must be a French word for wake up, it's still pitch black outside. But walking around in the dark, you tend to bump into things. So at least when the jungle wasn't too thick, we always wore our nods, or NVGs, night vision goggles. I remember the first time I got to use night vision goggles.
See ya,
it was
bro.
exciting, but it took some getting used to. Everything is green, and the image you're seeing is sort of grainy. It's not super clear. We usually only wore one optic over our non-shooting eye and left the other eye open. And if the moon is out, you can usually see pretty well at night. Eventually your brain adapts to using the lens and it combines both the green image from one
All
eye
right,
and
sweet. Let's
whatever
watch
you can
it.
see with the other eye if there's good enough illumination. But after staring through the lens for several hours, I have to say, it is weird. It's not a normal way to look at the world. It's not like we were ever supposed to see in the dark like this. And it is.
Well, I'm gonna tell you one thing right now. The reason their night vision is green and grainy is because they're like the Gen 3 goggles. We now have like the light blue ones where everything looks like day and night. Peace, Foster, Big Bro, and John. Let's go, guys. Yeah, I mean, let's go, Jake.
Is the real world you're looking at, not a badly rendered video game, but it looks like it. And so this can play tricks on your brain, and you start to see things. And you really can't tell if these are just hallucinations or not. But the night vision optics we use today are the product of decades of testing and development. 50 years ago, in Vietnam, soldiers were using different types. And evidently, one of these early experimental models didn't use green light, but red. And it also incorporated a chemical called dicyanin. But this chemical had
Whoa.
initially been used in experiments to scientifically prove that human beings emit an aura of visible light.
Wow.
As one Vietnam veteran recounted to his son, the combination of these elements had a terrifying effect on the soldiers who used the experimental goggles. Evidently, they saw things that human eyes never should have.
Whoa.
This is the story of the demonic night vision goggles.
The demonic night vision
Mist
goggles.
which hangs before you offers you a choice to pass through or to escape. Beyond it are stories which defy explanation and fly in the face of what we know.
Here we go.
Given the nature of the fighting in Vietnam, the ability to operate in total darkness would be critical to American success. The North Vietnamese army and the Viet Cong guerrillas tended to lay low during the daylight hours. Most of their movements of troops, supplies, and their ambushes were carried out under the cover of darkness. The primary reason for this was that the Americans had command of the air. Any attack made during the day would be met with waves of helicopters, aerial bombardments, and other gunships. But the pilots couldn't see very well at night, so once the sun went down, the Americans' remote outposts and fire bases immediately became vulnerable to coordinated attacks. Having arrived in Vietnam in the spring of 1965, it didn't take long for the American soldiers to realize that the Vietnamese owned the night. And even during the daytime, despite their superior air power, the Vietnamese often had the cover of jungle and entrenchments. Plenty of helicopters went out to drop off troops and supplies and medevac the wounded, and never made
All
it
right,
back,
bro.
shot to hell by overwhelming enemy ground fire. So, American pilots were still flying at night. The cover of darkness worked both ways, and in spite of the obvious risks, they just required a large amount of training, experience, and reliance on their flight instruments. Pilots with enough flight hours would eventually develop a sense of spatial awareness, and otherwise flew at higher altitudes and used radar to map the ground below them. But overall, if they could see, it would make the war a lot easier. Night vision wasn't a new idea. In fact, infrared optics were first seen during World War II, such as the FG-1250 systems mounted on the German panzer tanks, and American snipers were using smaller rifle-mounted devices. The problem with these, and everything used up until 1964, was that they all required an infrared spotlight to first illuminate their targets. In 1964, the American military had finally started developing the ANPVS-2, or starlight scope. This was the first passive night vision optic, meaning it only needed the ambient light from the stars or the moon to work. A huge leap forward. But even then, the starlight scope wasn't ready for use until 1967, 2 years into the war, and wasn't fully adopted until 1969. And it was too bulky and offered a limited range of vision, being fixed at 4 times magnification, making it completely unusable for the situational awareness required while flying an aircraft. It was great for slow-moving targets on the ground, and that's about it.
Oh,
So around
John,
this time,
I
the
think
Army was
Drake
evidently
left.
working frantically to come up with some kind of night vision optic that could be worn by pilots, like a pair of goggles.
Alright, boys. Time to play with the new gear. Gunners, you ready to switch those things on? Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Alright, go ahead and switch them on. Let me know what you're seeing. Oh, wow. Yeah, this is crazy. What is it? Everything's just... Well, it's red, sir.
But John, I will remind him to subscribe to you.
Maybe it's easier on the eyes. How does everything look? How's the clarity? You think you'd be able to target anything with them? Yes, sir. With tracers, this would be a cinch. But with everything being red, the depth perception is a bit weird. Even at this altitude, it's hard to distinguish. Wait, what is? How would you compare it to the other scopes? Holy mother of... Cease fire, damn it! What the hell are you shooting at?
The story was shared by Cliff High, the son of a soldier who had served in Vietnam. He
You got
wasn't
it,
a
John.
conventional ground soldier. Having enlisted in the Army during the 1950s, Cliff said that his father received a battlefield commission to officer during the Korean War. Now in Vietnam, he would have been a field officer, possibly a colonel, overseeing one of the operational units in country.
Oh, by the way, field promotions to or field commissioning to officer used to be a thing. It used to be like if you were a private or a corporal or a sergeant, if your platoon commander got killed, one of you would get promoted to lieutenant. It's crazy, but that's the way it worked back in the day. So it's wild. If you were like a lance corporal or a private first class, and you're like the highest ranking member of the platoon at that point, you would get promoted to lieutenant, or it's weird, but they stopped that practice. It doesn't happen anymore, but you can still do it, but now you gotta do it through the Mustang program. Like you can go to officer candidate school and transition from like just regular enlisted rank all the way to and cross over to the officer side. Just thought I'd share that with you guys.
Specifically, although
Is he pay raise? I don't know, man. You probably had to, watch your platoon commander turn into pink mist to get that promotion. You know?
the unit name is not known, during his 3 tours in Vietnam, he was in charge of overseeing a number of technological projects. It was during one of these tours that his father's unit was tasked with a very unique experiment, the testing of a small batch of prototype night vision goggles that were issued to a select group of helicopter flight crews. As opposed to the contemporary version of night vision goggles, which use a green light, these optics being tested in Vietnam were filtered through the red color spectrum. Since red doesn't tire out the night vision capabilities of the human eyes, it's possible that this was thought to be a more tactical spectrum to use.
Okay, so the green coated night optics, which I don't know what kind of chemical they have. I don't know if it's like Trigicon or what it is. But the current Conor McGregor in the corner. Yeah, look at him. Awesome. What a great guy. Um I was gonna say the new goggles, the green ones, give you a headache. Can you imagine the headache you would get from red night vision? Like a pulsing headache. Maybe you might even end up cross-eyed.
Eyes detect more shades of green than red, making the red color spectrum less dynamic, but the clarity was evidently decent. According to Cliff, the optics also had a secondary filter that flipped to a yellow spectrum for detecting heat signatures. There was only one problem. Possibly hoping to enhance them in some way, as the story is often told, these experimental night vision goggles had been treated with Walter Kilner's dicyanin solution, and the results were terrifying. Cliff's father said everything went to hell the very first night they tried using these new optics. His father was accompanying a small squadron of helicopters on a test flight. Each of the gunners had been given a set of the red optics. While flying over a...
Oh no, you cannot adjust the optics. Like you can adjust the zoom and the clarity, but you cannot adjust the light. I think you can make it less bright, but for the most part it hardly makes a difference. The new ones you can, like the latest ones, they have like a blue and white color to them, and they are like it's like being like the latest night vision optics are seriously good. Like you can really see in the dark. But the old ones, like the Gen 6, the ones I used, nah. All they did was give you a headache. But yeah, you can mess with the settings.
a peaceful area of the South Vietnamese countryside, the gunner on the right side of his helicopter suddenly opened fire.
What is it? Make an IR flashlight or what? Wired laser, and make them see far. Well, you can, but you know, where the actual military technology is very limited, despite what people think. Where's to make them $1 billion idea? Oh, let's go, yeah.
But not towards
We're
the
gonna be
ground.
rich.
He was firing wildly off to the side of the aircraft. While the helicopters flying alongside them suddenly broke formation to avoid being hit by the 50 caliber gunfire, Cliff's father was screaming at the gunner to stop, wondering what...
That's funny. The gun being depicted here, it's not a 50 cal. It's actually the 240 Golf. The M240 Golf is what you're seeing, or maybe like an M60 Golf.
the hell he was shooting at. Other units had experienced issues with their guys using heroin, and this certainly seemed like the case. Bolting out of the co-pilot seat, Cliff's father went to grab the soldier sitting behind him and pull him off the gun. Getting close enough to see him and pulling the goggles off his face, he saw that his eyes were wide, clearly terrified, and he asked him what he was shooting at. The answer he got back was certainly not what he expected. Over the noise of the aircraft, the gunner described what he saw. There was really only one word for it: demons. Demons flying alongside their
Whoa.
helicopter. And the reason he shot them was because they were coming to get him. They were gesturing and pointing at him, clearly able to see him as much as he could see them. So he opened fire. Cliff never mentioned what his father said after that, but it seems obvious that hearing this man's response about what he was seeing through the goggles would not have alleviated any concerns he had about the guy being a heroin addict. But Cliff did say his father knew he wasn't exhibiting any of the usual symptoms of a drug user. It must have been a rather awkward flight back to base after that, as well as the debrief that took place once they landed, and
Oh yeah, I heard that drugs were a big problem in Vietnam. That's what I heard.
the other pilots were asking, "Why the hell were you shooting at us?" But that gunner would not be the last guy to see something akin to monsters or demons through the red lenses.
Thanks, yeah. Oh man, that's horrifying. He's seeing
Over the
demons
following
floating towards
weeks,
him.
whenever the crews were sent out to test the optics, again and again, more reports were being made about the men being scared out of their wits by what they saw through the goggles. Because Cliff is telling the story secondhand, it's hard to say why the program wasn't canceled immediately, or whether the initial reports were even being taken seriously. Or
The problem with the war is that while they were doing all the fighting, the news media flipped everything. And you know there were those letter agencies that they were messing with everything. So you already know that, you know, it wasn't fair.
or if these creatures were actually visible to everyone who used the goggles. It's possible that the higher ranks simply thought that everyone was on drugs, or they thought that the lenses simply had hallucinogenic side effects. But as the unit morale began to decline, with the psychological effects of wearing the goggles becoming increasingly apparent, officers and pilots were apparently told not to wear the goggles to avoid suffering these side effects. But Cliff's father eventually just grabbed a pair, wanting to know what they were doing to his guys, and the experience haunted him ever since. Cliff's father put the goggles on and saw that, with everything being red, it already looked like some kind of gothic, hellish landscape. But as he then peered around the area near their camp, he saw what appeared to be winged creatures.
Well, in the end, they did liberate South Vietnam, but as soon as we pulled out, they got recaptured. So technically, we accomplished our mission, but the second half was for we intended for the Vietnam to or the Vietnamese to fight for themselves, but they chose to be conquered. Thankfully, it's been many years, and the relations between us and Vietnam have improved, but yeah, a lot of it fell on a lot of the problems came from the media. They made everything worse.
With claws leaping down from the surrounding treetops.
Jesus.
Now terrified himself, he pulled off the goggles and was staring at the treetops, and there was nothing there. Just the fog drifting over the tops of the trees in the quiet night. This is where Cliff concluded his father's story, having previously stated that his father realized that whatever these red goggles were, they weren't going to be useful. He effectively canked the whole disastrous experiment after only 60 days of trials. Considering the pragmatic nature of military reporting, if these events happened as stated, it's unlikely the upper echelons of the Army ever heard about these incidents from either Cliff's father
This right here?
or any of the other officers hoping to stay in the Army long enough to receive their retirement pension.
John, I was in the military for 6 years. I spent 6 years in the United States Marine Corps.
Since Cliff High's interview hit the internet in 2018, His claims about the red spectrum night vision goggles tested by his
Oh,
father
go
and his
home,
unit
GI.
have, of
Yeah.
course, drawn their fair share of criticism.
Yeah.
Through years of experimentation, green light ultimately became the ideal color spectrum for night vision. Between the cones and rods in our eyes, the rods are responsible for night vision and are most sensitive to green light. That means that in low light conditions, the eyes can discern more shades of green than any other color, providing greater detail and contrast. Green light was also found to be less fatiguing for the eyes compared to other colors such as red or blue. This is particularly important for prolonged use of night vision devices, as it helps to minimize eye strain and discomfort. But it's not as if this debunks Cliff's story. He himself calmly stated that his father said the red spectrum was experimental and that the technology ultimately went to green. But it does seem that he suggested the military switch to green because of this incident. All available records do seem to indicate that green light was the initial color chosen for the first generation of passive night vision goggles introduced during the Vietnam War in the 1960s. But then again, if the red lenses caused terrifying hallucinations, or literally allowed men to see into another dimension, it's not like this would have been publicized, and maybe the men who experienced it largely refrained from speaking about it, as is the case with many strange experiences and encounters by military personnel who are hoping to maintain a reputation of sanity.
Oh, yeah. I heard the same thing, John. Here's the deal. Um, we're not, you know, we say we are the toughest, but every branch is tough. And here's the truth is, I think what separates the Marines from everybody else is the consistency across the platoon. So, uh, for example, like most Marine platoons, we are all, gung ho. We're tough. We are, we're dedicated. We're competitive. We are, um, we have integrity. For the most part, everybody does. And that's what pretty much, I think that's what separates our customs and our courtesies, our fighting history. All of that compounds into what a Marine is. And I think that the fact that it's not that we are, tougher than every other branch, it's that there is more consistency from one Marine to another Marine than I would say from one soldier to another soldier. Because trust me, there are like army platoons. They'll have this one soldier, and I would trade 10 Marines for that soldier. But then in that same platoon with that soldier, there's a soldier that wears his helmet backwards. Does that make sense? The same platoon that has the best possible soldier, the greatest soldier in history. And in his platoon, there is this snot-nosed army soldier wearing his helmet backwards, and he's weak. And in the Marines, we're more uniformed. We are more like everyone. We're pretty much like throughout the platoon, everybody's the best, the country has to offer. Every branch has their own and cons and pros, and that's why they all work together to make one big perfect military. Oh, yeah, I can attest to that. Absolutely. Now there are, units that will say, no, we are the best, blah blah blah. Eh, it really depends on, what kind of work everybody else puts in. You are as strong as the weakest Marine. That's how I see it. You are as effective as the least effective Marine in your platoon. Can everybody carry their weight? That is the question you gotta ask. But yeah, so this story right here that we are listening, it's so interesting. I always wonder why they chose green, uh, green lighting on the night vision, the night optics. Honestly, I wish I could get my hands on a red night optic just to see what they see, you know? And if it's too scary, I'll throw it away. But I would love to use it. If you're pinned from the hills, you love to be on the Air Force side. Uh, uh, Here's my rebuttal. The Marine Corps, we practically have an Air Force within the Marine Corps. We have an aviation um, we have aviation units in the Marine Corps, naval pilots, you know, and Marine pilots. So, do we really want the Air Care? Is it nice? Yeah, because they have the PJs. You know, you really like if you're in a tough situation, you want the Air Force PJs. You know, the or they're like paratroopers or stuff like that. Yeah, those guys, you really want them. Those guys are the best. They're like the Michael Jordans. The PJs are like the Air Force PJs are like the Michael Jordans of keeping people alive. And anyways, that was a very interesting story, honestly. I would love to get my hands on some of that red night optics just to see it. It's hard, you know, wearing these things, this night vision optics, especially for more than 15 minutes at a time, especially if invading a coast. Oh, yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. I mean, yeah, every unit, every branch, every military branch has you know, their own specialty. Anyways, well, it's getting late, guys, and I got a lot of work to do tomorrow. But tomorrow we might do a super long um, live stream. We have a long live stream because I'm gonna be building a cabinet and talking to you guys. So if you guys want to join me and learn how to do some joinery, I'll teach you how. All right. Well, for now, I'm gonna go ahead and hit the sack. I got a lot of work to do tomorrow. Oh no! Oh no! MK fan. Oh no, I was just about to say goodbye. Watch some more of those. They have some more ghost stories. Yeah, I'll definitely look into that. Into that, Zinks. Absolutely. All right, well, I'm gonna go ahead and call it a night, guys. There's a lot of work to be done tomorrow. So if you guys want to join me for that, I please do because it's gonna be fun. We're gonna be building things. All right. Everybody have a good night, and I'll see you tomorrow. All right. Okay. Bye bye, and I'll see you, MK fan. See you guys. I'll see you tomorrow. Bye bye.